cheese ball stories. And believe it or not, the stories I'm about to tell you actually have to do with God. Because I told you the first night that I use cheese balls for Jesus, and so I want to tell you a few stories. The first one's just kind of a funny story that I think you might appreciate. A couple years ago when I first started carrying the cheese balls, my sister and I and her 4 kids were driving from Minneapolis to Long Prairie to visit, at that time, my boyfriend. So I was bringing my sister and her kids to meet my boyfriend. It was a special trip. And we got stuck in traffic and we're all jammed in this little minivan and I'm sitting shotgun with my cheese balls. We finally get off of Highway 94 and my sister's driving through Sauk Center, Minnesota. And my sister doesn't usually speed, but she must have been a little impatient. And she was maybe just going a little bit over the speed limit, which I don't recommend, but I guess she was. I don't think she knew she was. And all of a sudden, can someone else make a better sound? It wasn't very good. It wasn't an ambulance. It was a cop car. We got pulled over. My nephew in the back starts crying. He's so depressed because we just want to get to Long Prairie. We've been in the car forever. So the officer comes up to the window and he says, "Ma'am, do you realize that you were going a little over the speed limit?" My sister said, "I didn't really realize that, I'm sorry." And then he saw the cheese balls sitting in my lap. And I've heard before that you can't bribe, officers of the law, that you could get in trouble for that. So I didn't offer him one, but he saw the cheese balls. He's like, "Whoa, what are those?" So I kind of gave him my spiel. I told him I bring joy to the world. The next thing you know, Officer Gary's smiling. We're having a great time. My sister did not get a ticket. Okay, that was awesome. And yeah, that was pretty cool. That was cool. And then I go home, we get to Long Prairie, and that evening I check my email, 1 a.m. At 1 a.m. I get a message from the cheese ball website from Officer Gary. He's writing to me at 1 a.m. and he said, "Hey, just letting you know, this is the cop that pulled your sister over. And I just checked out your website. I love what you're doing. It's really encouraging. And I just want to let you know that I have a couple prayer requests. Would you pray for me about this and that?" And that started a relationship with Officer Gary, and we actually invited him to our wedding, but he couldn't come. He was on duty. And he sends me emails frequently telling me ways that I can pray for him. And he sent me an email not long ago that said that one day he was driving in a squad car through Sauk Center and he actually was singing the cheese ball song aloud in his squad car. Isn't that awesome? And so me and Officer Gary have a relationship now because of the cheese balls, and my sister didn't get a ticket. That was pretty awesome. So if your parents are ever speeding, just carry cheese balls and shotgun, right?
Joy to the world, one cheese ball at a time.